Well, Howie, another exciting ending as always in overtime, and a somewhat controversial one with the Leafs playing shorthanded when the winning goal was scored by Larry Robinson. I have a thought concerning penalties and refereeing in overtime, and I'll let you agree or disagree, and we'd like to perhaps look at the call. But I think this idea that referees can't call penalties in overtime is totally wrong. It's still a hockey game, and there are still rules to a hockey game. The question is it a good penalty? So let's have a look.
Well, I don't know. He reefed Big Larry pretty good, but I don't know how in the world Tiger Williams can high-stick Larry Robinson unless he's on a step ladder.
Well,
right, Larry?
That's right. After seeing that, it was high-sticking, wasn't it?
Yeah. Larry ducked into it, but...
and does it matter whether it's overtime or not?
No, not really. No, hey, I agree with you, but that's theory. In actual practice, a lot of times they let that type of thing go.
And I'm suggesting that it's not correct just because it's overtime not to call anything.
Well, I agree with you if they do it consistently. I agree with you 100%.
Well, he only called the one penalty. That was consistent. Unfortunately for the Leafs, it cost them the game and it cost them the series, but as I say, there are still rules, and a competitor such as Williams is going to react adversely. There's no doubt about it. Howie, thank you very much. Here's the first star of the game, the winning goal scorer, Larry Robinson, the recipient of the high stick that we just watched. And Larry, first of all, tell us, if you will, what you had to say to Tiger Williams, because that was a scene
after it was over?
Yeah.
Well, I just told him, like, it's not worth it, you know. I'm sure he felt very bad about it, and I'm sure he felt it wasn't a penalty. I couldn't really tell because, as you saw, I had my back to the play, and all I know is that he took me into the boards. I didn't really feel a high stick or anything, but I looked at it. His stick is up. It's a call. It's a judgment call, and I don't think it's something that Tiger, should have to get something foolish and live with it over the summer. That's something he might regret later. So, it's you have to, cool heads have to prevail, and I'm sure he felt bad about it, but it's not. He shouldn't take it to the point where he might get fined or something awful might happen to him. He's a better guy than that.
Okay, let's look at the goal. Tiger feels bad. Larry Robinson certainly feels happy. The winning goal, and you take it from here.
Well, Guy gave it back to me, and we've been trying to play it where waiting to try to get over to the middle, and there was a good screen. I don't know, it might have went off somebody, but I just tried to direct it towards the net.
Well, we're going to see it from another angle, just in case there was traffic to see.
Here, Guy's got it, and he's waiting for Jones to commit himself across. And I was going to pass it. Now Jones will go back, and I'm going to try to work over into the middle where you've got a better angle to shoot at. And here, he hasn't got much of a chance. He can't see it.
Well, we will see even better just what Harrison was faced with as we look directly in front of the net.
Yeah, I think Mondeau was in front as well as Jacques Lemaire. And there, see, Turnbull's pushing him in front.
Right into Harrison's line of vision.
And he played a terrific game. He has nothing to be ashamed of. I think the whole Leaf club have nothing to be ashamed of. They give it their all, and it goes to show you. They were down 4-0. They could have just as easily thrown in the towel, but we tried to sit back, which is very unfortunate, and we almost paid for it, but we were fortunate enough to get the goal.
What does Scotty Bowman do when he senses that this is happening with a 4-goal lead, 4-1, and then it was 4-2 pretty quickly? Or shall I put it another way? What was he saying in the second intermission to try to prevent what did happen?
Well, he couldn't really say that much actually, because granted they got 2 goals, but one was on a power play, and we still had a two-goal advantage. So basically, he just told us to get out there and carry the play more to them, because the other night the same thing happened to us. We got the lead, and then we sort of sat back on it, and we let the club come to us. And I don't care what club it is, if you let them take the play to you, especially with guys like Sittler and Salming, you're asking for a lot of trouble, and we got the trouble.
We've been talking earlier in the telecast about the importance that you put on winning this series in 4 games based on the injuries that you've had. Now, you get a bit of a rest, and the next series doesn't start at least until Thursday, we gather, and that had to be in your mind.
Oh, definitely. Even the game last night was very big for us, because we lost 2 very good players for us in Schutt and Napier, who've been having had a great series, and it's like anything else. Like the whole season actually has been going. We just seem to get everybody healthy, and then we get a few fluke injuries, and boy, it's tough enough as it is, but then when you don't go with your full club, you're even you're playing a lot tougher. But I was really glad that like Pat Hughes and Cam Connor come up big for us when they were called upon, and that's what teamwork's all about.
Larry, congratulations on the winning goal and on a great series for you and the rest of your teammates.
Thanks, Dave.
Larry Robinson leads the Canadiens into the Stanley Cup semifinals with a winning goal in game number 4 of this quarterfinal series.